Everyone needs to earn money. Yes, everyone needs to earn money. I guess not everyone. I guess people who are getting welfare don't have to earn money, so to speak. But, well, we don't want a bunch of dependents. That's not good. So, but yeah, everybody needs money because food, water, shelter, clothing, they all cost money and we all need them. So they have to come from somewhere. And if you're not, I guess you could live on a farm and be self-sustainable. Have your own energy sources, your own food sources, and that's pretty much all you need, really. Is shelter. So you get your shelter, get your food, get an internet connection. You're all set to go. Live off the grid, I guess, as they call it. Living off the grid, which that's nice, but but unless you can produce it all for yourself, you have to get it from somebody who does produce it: food, shelter, water, clothing. So, unless you produce sheep on your farm or grow cotton on your farm and then create cloth out of the cotton, if you don't do that, you need to get it from somewhere. So, generally, money is a tool used to exchange goods and services. So either somebody needs to simply just give you, out of the goodness of their heart, charity, clothing or food or water, or else you need to get it somewhere. So the more money you have, the nicer food, maybe not nicer, the fancier. And people don't need fancy things per se. I mean, it's sort of just like a luxury. It's for fun. So, I think even research shows, money will only buy happiness up to about, $50,000 to $70,000. So, that's covering your basic needs and a little extra. So, that's that. So, but what's my point with this? My point with this is, if you want your material circumstances to be better and you think it might contribute some to your, not totally just buy you happiness, but simply at least contribute some to your happiness, then, you got to go out and work for it and figure out ways to make that happen. Find some good or service to provide to others. So, they'll give you money and then you can get whatever else you want. Money's a tool. And does this need to be said? It seems like a lot of people don't sort of get the fact if you want money, you actually have to go out and seek money, whether it's applying for jobs, starting a business, going to school so you can earn more over your lifetime. What are the other options? Joining the army, going to trade school, becoming an apprentice. There's only so many options. I mean, those are all just very broad things. Starting a business, that could be anything under the sun. And going to school, same thing. There's lots of different topics to study in school. But if you want to be getting money coming in, you got to go out and try and seek it. So that's my point of this. If instead of just protesting and saying, how are the people who are saying camping at those Occupy places, how are they pulling in money for themselves? Are they begging? What are they doing? They're trying to give a message, but why don't you get your own needs met? And then once you got your own needs met, then try and change the system once you have some resources to, throw some sway around. It's not like somebody's preventing you from being successful. I don't think that's the case. Maybe there's obstacles or barriers, but if you go, hit one dead end, turn around, figure out another path. And it seems like they feel like they're at a dead end and saying, no, there's only dead ends. Maybe they just want more help. It's hard to say. There's so many different little sort of subgroups within that group. They have it's almost too diffuse. Each little subgroup has a pretty distinct message maybe, but there's no unified voice, and it just comes across as a lot of noise. I think that's a fairly accurate assessment, sort of, unfortunately. They have some basic things against banks. I have a job, and but I don't like the fact that we gave all the money to the banks necessarily. But we already voted those politicians in, and they decided to do that. And now, if we voted them in and they did that, well, we could go back and change the laws or something. But that takes time in the future, and I guess, and I think the Occupy movement was trying to run some candidates maybe, but I guess at least we'll see where that goes. So maybe they'll have some success, and maybe they'll reach their goals. And if they're ethical and legal goals, well, I hope they do, as long as they're ethical and legal goals and better for society as a whole. So good for them, possibly. So subscribe to this channel, and whatever else. Have a nice day.